Good morning, YouTube friends and family. I wanted to thank the new subscribers. I'm not really asking for subscribers, and I know some people kind of make that their big focus, and so I take it as a compliment. You guys are subscribing. If you guys leave comments in the videos, or at least give the ones that you like a thumbs up, that'll kind of let me know, hey, these are the videos that people want, and I'll focus on them more. I do kind of have my own ideas of what I want to do, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's what you guys want to watch. This one is something that is just coming from my own mind. The last couple videos where people have said, hey, take a look at this market, I'm starting to include showing them what's in the contracts, the short-term contract market in your area. So if you leave me a message and say, hey, Miguel, show me Ontario, I'm from Southern California like you, I'll open that up, and after I show you what's there, I'll open up the short-term contracts. And so I've been watching Trucking Topics Today, Tony over there. He does a really, really good job of just demonstrating what these contracts are about. They drop every week. He does a live stream. People call in, they ask questions, and if you watch his videos, it makes it look like everything sells out the same day, but there are some markets that aren't quite that aggressive. And so one of the first things, and I caught this from his viewers, is they couldn't see the contracts portion. The other day I confused myself also because I was looking for my vehicles and I couldn't find them in there. I thought they were only available on the desktop. And so here is possibly why some of them couldn't find it. I'm going to click at the top on the three bars, which is the menu bar in applications, right? So you click on it, it drops down, and you say, hey, well, I don't see contracts. Are they not available to me? It's a sub-menu, guys. So I'm going to click on the load board, and now I'm in the load board. This is typical, right? It's going to show where you are and what's available there. I'm in Tennessee at the moment. I got a load dropping tomorrow, not an Amazon load, but I'm sitting here at a truck stop doing my reset. Anyway, so what I'm going to do now is I'm on the load board, but there's a separate sub-menu that's just for the load board. So now I'm going to click on the menu, and this is where you will find the contracts, not on the main one up at the front. So if you click on contracts, now you're in the contract portion. And as stated by Tony, if this does not populate anything, in other words, if it's empty, it could be that you are too new to Amazon yet, and they haven't been able to give you your first score. Right now, if I look at my score, it says I'm not scored because I haven't done anything since last September with them. So I don't have a score, but when I did run for them, like 99% of the time, I was a 90. I had one truck break down. My trucks are all Macs, and it was a leveling valve that only Mac uses, and you can only get it from them. And so I was 3 days late. So that killed my score. Anyways, let me get back on point because I tend to make my videos way too long, and you guys, I've noticed through the analyticals, I only have you for so many minutes. And so I'm hoping this is going to be of interest to you. So on these contracts, I've already gone into them. Here's a prime example. This one is a Solo 2. And if we click on it, that's in Richmond, Virginia. And so the blocks for 2 days is $1,300. So it's $600 a day. And if you divide that into 13 hours, that's well below $60 an hour. If you're an independent owner-operator and you're not paying an employee and you can make that work for yourself, great. If you're a multi-truck operation like me, where I have to employ my guys as W-2 employees, if they're based out of California, I have to pay them overtime after 8 hours. That's not a moneymaker, guys. And you need to structure your business as if you were doing it that way, so you can be profitable. And so, okay, I'm still new to this side, but I love playing with filters because that kind of tells us where we're at, what we need to do, and why we should or shouldn't do something. And so we are going to look at block rate. So this is showing us the block rate, and actually ascending is what we want. And so SLC is Salt Lake City, right? And it's at 442 bucks. If you take 442 bucks and you divide that into 13 hours, consider how much that is on an hourly basis. And that's you providing your truck fully insured with their additional general liability insurance they require, with cargo insurance, trailer interchange, and everything else. I'm not trying to brag, but before I left the corporate world, I was making over 30 bucks an hour for just me. No equipment, no fuel, no insurance, no nothing, me. In fact, I was making that and still being paid benefits. In other words, it was my salary plus an expense account, plus a company vehicle, plus a travel account, plus benefits. This is not a business. And so, as a whole, we, the truckers, need to look at this is killing Amazon business for most of us. Now, the other key component here, as I watch Tony's videos where he's showing these different contracts, they disappear immediately. In some markets, these contracts, pop up, and within 20 minutes, 200 contracts are gone. Salt Lake City right now has this particular contract available, and I'm sorry, I don't know how to turn off the refresh here, till the middle of March. And the reason for the video is Amazon is now pushing these short-term contracts, and I believe they're going to keep them as a staple to the business. Unlike before, when they would do these short-term contracts to make sure they could handle the surge in demand in the fourth quarter, now I think what they've done is they've come to the realization that as opposed to putting these loads into the spot market where, we truckers do that thing and we wait till 2 or 3 in the morning to find the best paying loads, they know we're doing this. They've got the little geeky guys with the the bottle glasses that sit there and run reports all day long. They know what we're doing. They know how we get the better rates. And I believe what they're doing is they're putting together these contracts that most of us take. I haven't taken one, but most of us truckers take because it's guaranteed money. If you accept this contract that's at the top, you're guaranteed to make that 4,200 bucks for that week. And if they don't call you, if they don't have work for you, you're still going to get paid. But let's consider that's 2 trucks. 2 trucks for the week is going to make you 4,400 bucks. I just delivered a load last week. It picked up at noon one day, delivered at 8 a.m. the next day. It was a 500-mile load, and I got 2,500 bucks. Why would we consider working for that same amount of money for a whole week and burn 10 times the fuel? These contracts are going to continue to kill the spot market board if we continue to take them. And when I say we, I mean all of us. If you're taking these loads, you're the cause of everyone complaining that Amazon is cheaper. Amazon is not cheap. Amazon adjusts to what it takes to get their work done. And the example is, if you look at some of these loads that are due to go out this morning, some of them are up in the $3, $4, and $5 a mile range because they have to get done. But what Amazon is doing is they're finding ways to lock in carriers to be available and take these last minute loads that basically we're going to fall between the cracks and end up being charged double. Anyway, we as truckers need to avoid these contracts, guys. They're going to kill what would be otherwise a profitable market for most. But as you can see, you know, these things are pushing out. They're not even just to the end of this month. They're pushing out to the end of this quarter. I'm not trying to be an alarmist, but if you jumped into a truck payment because you got on Amazon and you've seen other trucking companies grow and flourish and, you know, grow into 4 and 5 truck operations, this is going to keep you from doing that. You either are going to need to find another place to keep your trucks busy because the spot market is really dry. Drop a comment in the comments below what city you're based out of, and I will do a search for loads in your area and compare them to the spot. I'll compare the contracts to the spot market within your given area, and you'll see what's happening, and I'll show you how it's hurting you. Anyways, thanks for watching. I think this one's rather important. I hope you guys watched till the end, and it's informative, and I hope it got everyone's attention.